Hi, this is Michael.
And this is Steven, and we are the Movie Bros React. Well, in this video, we're going to share with you some of our guilty pleasure movies that we enjoy watching at any point in time.
That's right, Steve. So don't move a muscle, and we are going to do it right now. Well, Steve, I don't know if our audience knows what guilty pleasure movies are, but I'm going to put a description of what those are. But for me, those are movies that weren't highly liked, but I liked them myself. And I know that you have some and I have some, right?
That's right, exactly. And some of these movies were maybe liked when they initially came out, but they've kind of been forgotten. You want to get us started, Michael?
I sure do. Number 1. My first movie that I want to talk about is one that I saw just by fluke, and it is called Crank, and it's with Jason Statham, and it is such a wild ride. This movie starts off high speed and it never lets up the whole movie. And since I've seen this movie, I just love it. I mean, a lot of people think it's crazy, over the top, and there's just so much stuff. And they even had a sequel afterwards called Crank High Voltage. Now, the movie came out in September 1st of 2006, and it was shot on a video camera that I was thinking about getting at the time. It wasn't the high quality end video cameras that you see today. This was just a general use that they shot the whole movie on.
Wow.
So yeah, it was really interesting, and the movie is great. And I don't know if you ever saw it, but if you ever have the chance, you should totally give it a try to Crank with Jason Statham. Number 2.
Well, movie number 2 is my first pick is Jason X from 2001. The year is 2455. The place is Old Earth. Once the shimmering blue jewel of the galaxy, Old Earth is now a contaminated planet abandoned for centuries. Yet humans have returned to the deadly place that they once fled, not to live, but to research the ancient rusting artifacts of the bygone civilizations that caused the environmental disaster. And little does the most recent landing party of intrepid young explorers know the fate that awaits them. That's the premise, and that's the movie. No, it's really great. It is a guilty pleasure, and I could watch that movie anytime. It's funny. It's got some good kills in it for a Jason movie, but it's just kind of underappreciated. You know, Jason, he's in space, right? So naturally, people are going to already not be that crazy about the idea. I am, though. I love it. Highly recommend it as a guilty pleasure movie. Pop some popcorn and just have fun with it.
Number 3. Movie number 3 for me is Jumper. I don't know if you remember that movie. It was a movie that came out in February of 2008, and it starred Hayden Christensen and Samuel Jackson. And so it's aimless David Rice has the ability to instantly transport himself to any place he can imagine. He uses that gift to globetrot, living on money he steals by jumping into bank vaults. Who's never had that thought before? He's captured by the evil Roland Cox, Samuel Jackson, who knows how to keep David from jumping. David escapes and reunites with his high school crush, Millie, and then forms an alliance with fellow jumper Griffin and prepares for mortal combat with Cox. So
Mm.
I really liked the movie. The movie kind of bombed in the box office, but just the idea and thought was really great, and I would watch it over and over again. Number 4.
Movie number 4, my second pick, is going to be from 1988, and it is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. And this movie is a true guilty pleasure. She basically arrives into a small town to claim her inheritance of an aunt she didn't, I don't think she even realized she had. And she gets there, and it is insane what happens. You'll be laughing throughout this thing. It's so funny. And I could watch it anytime. Like, if it was on right now, I'd just leave it on, let it go. It's that kind of movie. And by the way, they are just about to release, Michael, a 4K steel box of Elvira. They remastered it, and it's going to be coming out very soon. So just Google it. You'll find it. You'll find the where you can purchase it. I think it's Shot Factory or Stream Factory, one of them. So it's going to get its just due for,
Nice.
yeah. So that's my second one and our fourth one overall.
Number 5. My movie number 5, or movie 3, depending on how you count it. Anyway,
Yeah.
movie number 5 in our list is one of my all-time favorite guilty pleasure movie, and it is Nightbreed, and it came
Oh,
out February 16th, 1990. I tried to get you to watch it, but you kind of fell asleep during it.
I did. Yeah.
And I thought you would like it because it has a serial killer in it, but it is
Yeah.
Aaron Boone is haunted by terrifying nightmares of a city of monsters. He goes to see a psychiatrist, Dr. Decker, for help, but what Boone doesn't know is that Decker is really a serial killer. Decker frames Boone to take the fall for his murders, and Boone is killed by the police. But Boone is brought back to life by the monsters of his dreams, the Nightbreed, who in turn join Boone in his quest to stop Dr. Decker from killing again. And it was directed by Clive Barker.
Mhm.
And when I saw it the first time, I thought it was great. A lot of people were like, I don't like it. I had to watch it over and over and over again. And if you haven't had a chance to see it, I would highly suggest watching it, even though Steve, I don't know if at the time maybe he was tired or
Could
what,
be.
but
Yeah.
I would highly suggest watching this movie.
I have to give it a chance. I think I was probably tired. It was late at night, that kind of thing. So I should revisit it with you, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
Number 6.
Number 6, our final movie, and my third pick is one that someone may argue it's not really a guilty pleasure but to me it is because, it's kind of like forgotten by a lot of people, and the younger people have never even heard of this movie. But listen to the star power, Michael. Burt Reynolds, Jackie Chan, Roger Moore, Dean Martin,
Oh my gosh.
Farrah Fawcett, Dom DeLuise, and the list just goes on and on of these celebrity cameo roles in this movie. And of course, I'm talking about the 1981, the Cannonball Run. And I love this movie, dude. It's, basically it's a cross-country race from Connecticut to California, and you've got all kinds of scenarios. People in ambulances. You've got Ferrari driving priests. You have what's his name? Roger Moore playing a James Bond type character, and there was secret weapons in his car and all this. And it's one of Jackie Chan's very first U.S. film roles.
Oh my gosh.
And man, it's so fun. It's a brainless movie. You just turn it on and enjoy it and have fun. And an hour and a half of entertainment is what it is. So I highly recommend, if you have never heard of the Cannonball Run, maybe you've heard of it, but have never seen it, do it. Just watch it. And if you saw it a long time ago, let's say it's been 20, 30 years, watch it again and revisit this jewel that is a lot of fun.
So not only is that funny, but Steve, have you ever seen the outtakes that they had for the Cannonball Run?
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh. I
Yes.
just I it's so hilarious.
It is. I mean, Dom DeLuise is like crying. He can't stop laughing. And it's just, yeah, it's classic, dude. It's worth looking up on YouTube, just the outtakes and stuff.
Mhm.
Yep.
Very much so. Yeah.
It's great, man. Should be a watch party here. All these
Yeah.
movies we should do watch parties for. Exactly.
For our guilty pleasure. You let us know what your guilty pleasure movies are down below. And I'm really interested in knowing, and Steve is too. And y'all had a lot of great thoughts and ideas in our last video about movies that we would never watch again. We had a lot of people comment, and we really appreciated that.
That's right.
So
let us know.
Let us know in the comments below. Wow, I'm a poet, didn't know. All right,
Awesome.
Steve. Well, that's it for this video. And once again, this is Michael.
And this is Steven. And we are the Movie Bros React.